Good day, good day, good day. This is Mr. Anderson. Hopefully you can hear me pretty good. Wanted to come back on and talk about changing your mind. That's one of the big things that's I've been on
left onto Bay Road.
For a while. It's really changing my mind, changing my mindset. And that trading kind of helped that. And, even me starting my own business, you have to evolve. You have to change your mind. And, man, in that process, I've learned a lot of stuff about business, about myself, about being different and how systems work. So one of the main things and first thing I did was I don't know what's the correct word, but I want to say denounced. I just started over. Everything that I knew that I didn't already know was real, or I had an idea that it might not be real or truthful, I started over. I was like, no, I don't believe that no more. I don't believe in this system no more. I don't believe in that no more. I don't believe this is true. So I just started over. And then one of the second things I did was I really dug deep within myself and asked myself a bunch of questions. And this is a long process. Like, this has probably been some of my favorite books that I've read. This goes back way whenever I started with them, listen to books, but yet I honestly didn't know and I didn't understand what I was doing. But at the same time, at the same time, I did know what I was doing, yet I didn't know the effect it was going to have on me. So I just relearned everything. And let's talk about religion, politics, marriage, relationships, everything, man. I just went through it all myself. Who am I? Why am I? That was the start. It was like the start of me being a baby again, mentally. And I had to just grow from that and go from that to be where to not, and that kind of helped me strip a lot of emotions out and understand my past and understand the things that happened to me, things that happened to me in my past and why they happened to me and why they happened to me, and forgave people, and just looked at everything and understood that this is what happened. And that, what can I learn from it? How can I go about this? And because I need to grow, I want to be better. I want to be my higher self. I don't want I don't want to hold on to something that's not benefiting me anymore. And that's another thing that I like sports. I love sports. Sports was a big catalyst in my life to help me with discipline, understanding myself. Yet even within that, I really wasn't myself, because I didn't allow my full potential to show because I was scared. I was scared to show off. I was scared to play the game like I played it. I want to play, so I just played like the coach wanted to play. Yet the greatness always came out. The great catch, the great pass, the great shot, the great block, the great hit in baseball, the great catch, all those things actually came out because it was just a natural talent that I had, that I developed naturally, but over time I developed that. So it was just a really stripping everything off, stripping everything out and looking at it, and even the deep questions. Like, I went deep. I went deep, deep. Back in my childhood, back in things that happened to me in my past. Like, why me? And I did that. Like, when I say I dug deep, I dug deep. And I didn't know at the time I knew at the time what I was doing. Like I said, I knew what I was doing at the time, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time. So it really helped me within a lot of things, within understanding myself and understanding who I am, and really accepting the role that I have and the role that I am. Now, others might not accept that role that I accepted and understood the changes I had. You know, that's when you know when you got people in your corner or family in your corner, they're not going to understand your growth. They're not going to understand what it is you're doing, because everybody's different. Everybody's mindset, everybody's way of life is different. And I know I'm one of the rare. I understand that. I know I'm one of the rare breeds. I'm one of the rare minds out here that thinks the way I think. And I don't allow certain things to bother me. I don't allow certain things to really move the needle when it comes to me. For instance, sports. I enjoy sports. I love watching sports, but I don't care who wins. I really don't care who wins. I just enjoy the game. It's entertainment to me. So it's like the things that I once maybe had more energy in, put more effort and energy in, I pulled that energy back, and I didn't waste it on stuff. So that helped me mentally. So that helped me change my mindset. It's like I can't put value in something that's not valued to me. So it was all a breakdown of my evolution, my evolving self, my higher self kicking in. And man, when I tell you I've been going through some stuff. I've been going through some shit. Y'all getting the real, the raw, the truth. Everything is real in the battlefield. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. This is a rebirth of me. This is a restart. This is me evolving into my higher self and I'm on my way to a job interview as we speak. Right now. Today is the 5th. Today's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Daddy. But today is my dad's birthday. But I'm on my way to a job interview. And you know, I know what I want and I know what I need. Yet I'm not upset that I've been on a couple of little interviews, and that's part of me that's like, man, I can't let no one else value me, my knowledge, my understanding, because I'm different. I don't think like everybody else. I've always thought like that. One of the great books that I did listen to in the beginning, one of my first books I listened to was A Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And one of the things that he said that talked about people in class and in school, how you're taught to follow directions, and the ones that follow directions, like the ones that are great at following directions with no questions and no nothing, those are the ones that pass, and those are the ones that are easily directed. But the people, the ones that think, they're like, this don't make sense. Why? The questioners. And I was labeled a questioner. I question everything. Why? And I look back at my life, and I did that. I questioned, why are we running this play? It don't make sense. Why are we doing it this way? It's not working. Or it's not adding up. So I was one of those questioners. But as we said, the ones that question everything are the ones that get bored in school and the ones get in trouble because they're smart. It's a different smart. It's a difference. And that's kind of how I was. I was the one that was me in trouble. The stuff was easy. It didn't make sense. And a lot of that stuff that we get in our minds, or we get taught, we just learn it to pass the test, and that's it. But I had some riders need none of this stuff. I just got to cram to pass the test, and then I'm not gonna need it no more. And we're done with that semester. It's like, wow. But anyway, it's just really changing your mindset, man. You really have to be in that space and be in that mind of, man, I got to really drain the swamp, as they call it. They say, I got to drain the waters. I got to drain my mind and fill it with what I actually need and what I actually want to make sense. And like I said, when I done that, man, when I tell you, it changed my thoughts, it changed my efforts, it changed my energy in a certain way. And I'm saying somewhat in a negative way because I didn't know how to deal with all the built up energy that I had stored because of that. And all I know to do is work. All I know to do is grind. All I know to do is work and play with my kids and be outside. That was what I did. And I might have neglected some things. I might have neglected some people. I might have neglected some situations. But at the same time, that was part of my growth. It was part of what needed to happen. And I'm thankful for it all. I'm thankful for all the things that happened. I'm not trying to stay on here too long, man. I just want to get that out there. Like, you really got to change your mind. You got to change your mindset. A lot of these systems out here, they're just made to keep the system working. And I don't want to keep saying matrix because I know that sounds cliche to me. But yeah, that's what it is. You want to call it that, want to simplify to that is the matrix is going to make the matrix work. The systems are going to keep the system working. All these systems are intertwined within another to keep the bigger system running. So we have to mind our mind. We have to mind our mind. We have to create the systems that we want to function in our households, in our communities, and in our lives. We have to be the ones that usher in that evolution or that change or that rebirth or that knowledge of self and knowing who you are and what you want to become and how you are and all that. Like, we got to start. We got to start because, I love listening to the news and business stuff and trading news. And man, that was a big thing that made me think, like, man, you can't say there's no money in this world. You can't say there's no money in this country because every other day there's a building being built. Every other day people are buying cars. You go in the grocery store. That's one of the other things that I'll tell people. One of the things that I changed my mindset on is when people say, man, the rich getting richer. Oh man, the rich getting richer. Well, stop buying drawers. Stop buying toothpaste. Stop buying soap. Stop buying gas. Walk. Stop buying shoes. Deal with it. People gonna get rich. Money is gonna be flowing, regardless if you like it or not. It's up to you to put your reel in that water and catch you some. Man, it's bars. Anyway, that's Mr. Anderson. And man, change your mind. Let's get this movement forward, momentum forward, and let's keep moving.